And welcome back, folks, to another episode of the Pelican Sports Report. And man, we are delighted to have LSU track and field star Alexis Guillory. She qualified for the Nationals. And yes, that name sounds familiar. We'll get into her high school background in just a minute. But Alexis, congratulations and welcome.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you for having me on the show. It's an honor.
So let's get everybody familiar with it. Yesterday, you were competing, I guess, for your third time in the NCAA regionals, and you guys are in the East. I think that's in Kentucky. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Where you at over there? Okay. And first 2 years didn't qualify for the Nationals, and yesterday you let it fly, and there you did. So take me through that throw.
Okay, so you get 3 throws. So there's 4 flights of top 48 in the region for each side, so West and East. And then you get 3 throws, and I was in the 4th flight. Yes, sir. So I was seeded number 9th. So I was seeded to qualify. And my first throw was just to make sure I was out there, consistent, just like slow starting, but just wanted to just be on the board. And then my second throw, my coach came over to me and was like, okay, we need to, speed everything up because I dropped. So I was number 11th, I think, and then I dropped to 14th. So I really needed to get back up on the board. And then it just came out of my hand. I didn't even know that I threw it that far until I looked up and saw my teammates, and they were jumping up and down, and I jumped to 7th. And it was just a really surreal moment. I just started crying right then and there. And before even the last throw, I was just so happy. So
when you're holding this, how is that moment when you've got that ticket there punched?
I had tears running down my face. I was so excited. So it was, I don't know, like a 3-year-long prayer answered.
Well, now you're used to success in there. Of course, your high school career was at Alexandria Senior High. We all know that. But 3-time state champion in there your sophomore, junior, and senior year. How do those nerves and those successes bring you to where you're at today competing?
I would just say it helps me get there, understanding that the pressure of things and just knowing that, you need to get your name up there on the board and so that you have a good position. So you're not scrambling at the end to try to magically produce this throw. I feel the 3 years at Ash, competing for state, it just helps me understand the pressure and just what to do in that situation and how to relax and just perform.
Well, we've talked to a couple of your coaches beforehand in the while of setting this up. Coach Free had nothing but great things to say about the teammate and competitor that you are, and of course, Coach Joe Morrow as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love them. They're really close to my heart and my family. So,
we had the girls won the state championship in track and field just the other day. Do you still talk to a lot of them and then tell them what the jump is from high school to college? Because there are a lot going to college.
Right. So I was there. I helped coach the girl that won state for Ash. My dad's
awesome.
Her coach, and I was there. I was helping coach her. Yeah, I've had a couple girls reach out to me about what school they should go to, what should they look for, is balancing track and school and social life hard. So I've just kind of given advice where I can. It's different coming from an SEC school going to say South Conference, but right. I mean it's pretty much all the same. You just have to, and I think Ash does a good job of that, of helping you balance schoolwork and outside work, you know what I mean, and also track. So I felt way more prepared going into college than I thought I was going to be.
What is your answer to them when they ask you, how is it juggling school, track, and social life?
I think I answered one of them, and I just kind of said that it's a lot easier than you think it is. I said, being disciplined. So, when you have practice, you have a set amount of practice and a set amount of time, and you know when your practice is going to be. So, layering your classes to have before practice or after class or after practice so that you, at least have time in between to get lunch or breakfast, you know what I mean, or take a nap if you need to. It's really planning and being open with your coaches and open with your academic advisor, just figuring out what you need to do. And I don't know, LSU was so good with helping me do that. So all of my classes are before practice, and I get lunch, and then I go to practice, and I'm done. So
that's a pretty good schedule on there too. All right. So it's a quick turnaround because you guys will be out in Eugene, the middle part of June. So what is the process now leaving Kentucky? Well, I think they've got another day or so finishing up. Y'all took about 50 athletes there, I think. But what's the process when you get home to turn around and go into Oregon?
So we're still practicing, obviously. We're like doing light lifts right now just to flush out everything. We get back Saturday at like 12 a.m. and then we'll start practice Monday. I think Monday's practices or next week practice will pretty much be light, fairly focused on technique, a lot of light throwing, light lifting, just making sure we're like explosive and, our body's tuned ready for nationals because we leave that Sunday. So
Wow.
it's pretty quick turnaround for sure.
What kind of a team do you think you're taking up there? How many have been qualifying to go up there with you guys?
So they're doing really good in semifinals right now. So everybody's qualifying to compete today and tomorrow. I don't know how many of us will make it up there. We have a small team already. Right now it's just me and Jack, my teammate for javelin, and we're hoping to get 2 more for discus and 4 girl discus throwers to qualify. But I think it's going to be a small team, but hopefully everybody that's going can score, which is like the most important thing.
It's your first time up to that complex in Oregon?
Well, no. So when I was in high school, I qualified for the nationals twice. So I've competed there already twice. I was an All-American at one of them. And this is my 3rd time going there, but first time in college.
Anybody back home you want to say hi to?
My parents, I love y'all. My family, Coach Free, Coach Morrow, just basically all of my old coaches. Thank y'all so much. And I'm so grateful to be on the show. Thank you for having me.
It was certainly a pleasure, and we're excited, and all of Central Louisiana is rooting for you as you get prepared to go off to the Nationals and represent not only LSU but Alexandria Senior High as well. So thank you.
Thank you so much.